Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7, where we're going to be jumping in for a couple of daily race Bs today. We are of course at Deep Forest Raceway in Group 4. So it is the WRX that is dominant around this track. A couple of other cars that can make it work, like the Alfa Romeo, and also the Mustang I've heard is pretty darn good. So we're going to be going for 5 laps here around Deep Forest Raceway today. We are in the TCR livery Subaru WRX, starting from the back of the grid, as we like to do for the first race of the week. So you can see that we are rocking the TCR livery. So I have submitted my application to join TCR, hoping that that will make us a better driver. So Tichney, if you are watching, let me in. I have submitted my application, just waiting for a reply, and then we can officially join TCR. We're coming in here into turn 1. The Subaru just up ahead there went a little bit wide. That's going to give us the run up the hill, but we are alongside the outside, so we're just going to back out of that one, let him have the position back. The German there is very defensive during this entire race. As you can see there, we just tried to get up the inside again there, and he swerved, just blocking us off, just shutting the door firmly in our face. So that's fair enough. They're going to battle up ahead anyway, so we're not going to lose too much time, as the German there goes very wide. Back on the track into the Danish. So we're trying to look to get a good run out of this final corner before the long straight. So Deep Forest Raceway, it is very crucial that you get good exit onto the straights, because it is basically 2 long straights with a tight section in the middle. We're right up behind this WRX here. We can't really see much, and then there you see there's a bit of contact. We're going to go past 2, and you can just see here the German, now I did watch it back on the replay, he actually accelerated into our door just so we can keep P12. It never does cease to amaze me what people would do to keep such a low position. We was obviously faster than him, but he was in a hurry to make up the positions himself. So we're going to go on the inside here, coming into turn 1. We'll see if we can make the move. He has got the slipstream, but we are on the inside. We're going to go a little bit deeper there. We're going to tap the Spaniard up ahead of Mike Vroom. But we're going to make the position work. He didn't lose too much time, so we're going to fast forward now to lap 3. So a lap later, as you see there, Mike Vroom going very wide. We managed to drop those behind, because as you can see they were just going hammer and tongs at each other, battling like there is no tomorrow. So we're right up behind this other pack here. I think there's 4 cars in this pack, plus myself, so that is a 5-car pack. I should be able to keep in touch with Mike, so that should be another position gained on the straights. Just making sure we get a wide entry going into a fast exit there. Now Mike covers it off, a little bit of swerving, a little bit of late, maybe illegal blocking, I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments below. But we're going to gain that position anyway, so it was a waste of time. Coming down into the very tight hairpin at the end of the lap. You can see we're still behind this pack of 4 cars. We now have the Spanish behind us. We'll see if we can make a move too far back, but we should still have the slipstream, so that might save us from a massive lunge from Mike. As you can see there, just everybody going very wide. That's going to close the gap up quite dramatically. Coming through this tight section here, it's not really an overtaking part of the circuit. However, when people are making mistakes, going all left, right and centre, We're going to sneak it up the inside. He's going to try and come back, but it's very difficult to make a move on the outside there. As you're off camber, he just gets shuffled out wide, and he's going to lose actually the position to Mike behind. So he probably should have just fell back into line, back into the slipstream, as we're going to do here down the other long straight. So I guess we have a back long straight and a start finish long straight. You see they're going side by side, Spanish versus German. We're just going to ease off, just let them battle, let them fight. See if we can pick up any positions on the exit. Doesn't look like it this time, but we are losing time to the Spanish behind. So coming down the start finish straight here. Going to try and keep into that slipstream as much as possible. We really don't want a massive lunge from Mike. But it's gonna happen anyway. He's gonna barge us out of the way, and he's gonna push us all the way out onto the grass. We get a bit of oversteer, and we're into the barrier on the other side. Now I tried to spin around there, forgetting that it is a four-wheel drive car. Can't really spin four-wheel drive cars around. So we're gonna get a 3-second penalty. We're gonna finish that one in P15. So moving on to the second race here, we're starting actually a little bit further up. We did qualify for this one because we wanted to be away from the mid-pack as much as possible. So getting underway here, we're behind the Mutts Nuts. So we're going to try and make a move on the Mutts Nuts as soon as possible. We also have a Frenchman called Citroen who's driving a WRX. So a little bit confusing there with the names, but we're going to focus on the racing. That's what we're all here for. Hopefully we can get a clean race this time. Coming through here, we're not trying to make the move. I never try to make the move through this part of the course. I just follow it as closely as possible. Try and pressure them into mistake, and then we pick up positions that way. Or of course we just stay as close as possible and they don't make mistakes, and then we get this slipstream down the long straight coming up here, and we're able to get the move into the last hairpin on the course. So we are right behind this Alfa Romeo. Of course it does have better acceleration than the Subaru, but the Subaru is far superior in terms of top speed. So we're going to close up right down this end of this back straight. It's going to go defensive, fair enough. I definitely wasn't thinking about the move, I was way too far back, but that means he's going to be looking at us, not paying attention to the car in front. So he's going to miss his braking, go into the door of the Citroen, or of the Subaru who's called Citroen. So he's going to gain a position. We just backed completely out of that because there was a lot of mess going on at that hairpin. However, you can see the Subaru has the better top end, as we're also going to get a run on the Alfa. We're going to fire up the inside. We get the move stuck before the exit, or before the entrance into the first corner. A little bit of contact there with the Portuguese as well up in front, but we wasn't able to make a move. Coming through this tight middle section here. Again, just looking to stay as close as possible. We want to be as close as possible to that Alfa so that we can get the run down the straight. And this corner coming up is very, very crucial to our plan here, so we're going to get a very good exit. You see we're gaining, even though the Alfa does have a better acceleration, we are still gaining. So we've got a better exit than the Portuguese. Is he going to go defensive? Kind of in the middle of the road. So we're not going to look for the move, we're going to go around the outside. Brake a little bit later. However, you see that trick has worked again, as it's going to go into the side of the Subaru. That's going to give us the double switcheroo. So we're on the inside now of the Subaru and the Alfa Romeo. You can see we're going to make that pass work, so that's another 2 positions gained for us. A pretty clean move, however they were not being so clean towards me. Of course, being 3 wide is always a little bit sketchy. You see there's a lot of contact here up into turn 1. The German, they're going quite wide. So now we just need to concentrate on catching back up with the Alpha. Considering they're so close together, you will expect that they will be quite slow going through this section. I see the German there just putting a move on the Subaru. Definitely not the cleanest move, but we'll see who comes out on top here as they are both side by side. And they managed to form a line coming into the final corner before the long straight. But we do manage to get the better run on the Subaru. Of course, we are in the same cars with BOP applied, so this should come down to skill rather than car difference. We are of course in the slipstream. We're going to go for the move, however the German was going defensive at the same time, so we managed to go into the back of him. We just wanted to get them to go side by side through the last corner. However, it does mean that the German went a little bit wide. The Frenchman able to get the cutback, so he's going to keep the position. German's going to look again to make the move coming into turn 1, but he's thinking too much about us. He's going to go defensive. That's fine, we'll just go around the outside. We have got the superior speed. We pull up alongside and we're trying to get the cutback, but he's done a good job of getting it stopped. However, the tight line there, meaning his exit was compromised, so we're going to gain that position up into P5. So gained 4 positions already on this race, not bad going. Now coming up here to this long sweeping corner, you're going to see a very interesting incident here. Keep your eye on the Alpha. As I go a little bit wide, he shoves up the inside and there is a lot of contact, but I'm not sure whether this was my fault or the fault of the Alpha behind. So give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below as we lose a position here to the Portuguese. I'm not going to fight that one, that is what it is, but I would be really interested to know your thoughts on that incident into the long corner. It could have gone either way, to be fair. I'm not really sure if it was my fault or the fault of the guy behind. So I'll be interested to hear your opinions on that one. Are we going to move on the Portuguese here down into the last corner? So the Portuguese are actually going to lose 2 positions. We're going to be up into P5. They're battling behind side by side, so they're going to lose quite a lot of time. So that should give us a nice gap going into the last lap. And we're going to fast forward now to the last corner of the last lap. As you can see here, 3 cars battling very hard for position. Of course, the Spaniard Mike Vroom is in the mix. We had incidents with him on the last race, of course. So coming down here, we look like we're too far back. We're not really going to lose the position behind either. However, nobody really wants P3 apparently. So we are going to come through. They both got a 1.5 second penalty. That's going to round up to 2 seconds. And both me and the German come home in a 3rd and 4th respectively. So that was a interesting end to the race. Definitely did not expect that. I'm not really sure what they were playing at. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you are enjoying the content and subscribe so that you never miss a video. But that's going to do it for me. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and a goodbye.